The Angle has obtained shocking allegations leveled by the Trump administration against New York Attorney General Letitia James. The Federal Housing Finance Agency has sent a criminal referral to the DOJ accusing James of mortgage fraud. In a letter to Attorney General Pam Bondi, Director Bill Pulte says James appears to have falsified records in order to meet certain lending requirements and receive favorable loan terms. He cited a property in Virginia that she's allegedly claimed as her principal residence and a property in New York that she claimed as a 4-unit structure instead of the required, instead of a 5, which Pulte says means she was able to get a different type and more favorable loan.
Legal battle could be brewing between President Trump and New York Attorney General Letitia James. This time, it's the Trump administration accusing her of mortgage fraud.
Fox 8's Morgan McKay has details on this bombshell allegation. So, Morgan, what do we know?
Yeah, Stephen, Natasha, the Federal Housing Finance Agency is alleging that State Attorney General Letitia James engaged in mortgage fraud, and now the agency has made a criminal referral to the Justice Department seeking federal prosecution. The agency is alleging that Attorney General James falsified records in order to get home loans for a property in Virginia they say she claimed as her principal residence in 2023. According to the federal agency, as Attorney General, James is required by law to have her primary residence in New York. The agency also alleges that James, in numerous documents, misrepresented a building she bought in Brooklyn, saying it only had 4 units instead of 5. And they allege that James purchased another property with her father as a co-signer, but falsely listed the pair as husband and wife in 1983 and 2000. But these allegations are somewhat similar to the ones that President Donald Trump faced. James won a civil case against Trump in 2023 that found him guilty of overvaluing his properties in order to take out more favorable loans. Trump is currently appealing that decision. In a statement, James' office said, quote, Attorney General James is focused every single day on protecting New Yorkers, especially as this administration weaponizes the federal government against the rule of law and the Constitution. She will not be intimidated by bullies, no matter who they are. Attorney Imran Ansari weighs in.
What's ironic about this is that Trump and his supporters have always called out that the prosecutions against him and others were politically motivated. Now that he's in office, if this is in fact a charge that's going to be brought, the same argument can be used against him and the administration.
Now, no charges have been filed at this time. The criminal referral was also dropped on the same day that Attorney General James confirmed that her office is investigating whether the Trump administration engaged in insider trading during last week's 90-day tariff pause. Steve, Natasha.
All right, Morgan, thank you so much.
What a turnaround. So Sam Antar, as Eric mentioned, was arrested for a financial fraud himself about 40-something years ago, the infamous Crazy Eddie case that he was part of the architecture of. But that said, he subsequently, after pleading and testifying on behalf of the government, went to work for the government, helping them make white-collar cases. So he knows what he's talking about. He brings this thing to me on my Ops Desk blog, and he lays it out, and he's got documents, and it was very compelling. It's very hard to argue that, to me at least, to my eyes, the evidence that he's uncovered here really looks like there's a pattern of obfuscation, stuff that she has signed and notarized that does not seem to be accurate. And so the story's been bubbling up. And then when Laura Ingraham breaks it nationally, it gets attention. And as you mentioned, it's been referred to DOJ for a criminal referral. And that is no joke. That is the top of the prosecutorial food chain. She's going to have to answer this up.
Now, when I say that the Democrats are the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen in my life, I'm not even joking when I say this, guys. Democrats literally need to make sure that their closets are clean and their records are clean before they start doing any type of finger wagging or finger pointing. But when it comes to Letitia James, guys, apparently nobody's above the law besides her when she's doing mortgage fraud and wire fraud and, of course, falsifying documents. So let's just get right into the story, guys. I'm actually kind of excited. So Letitia James, everybody knows she's the Attorney General of New York. Well, Attorney General, I should say. And basically, first I just want to say this. She has been accusing Trump of doing the same exact thing that now she's having allegations for. And It's in 2024 when she was telling, these people that, oh, it's a 4-bedroom house when it's really a 5-bedroom house and things like that. So you're basically lying, doing all type of mortgage fraud, all type of fraud in general in 2024, while simultaneously calling Trump a criminal, saying that he's doing the exact same thing that you're doing, allegedly, but we all know that you are because there's proof. And this is a felony as well, guys. I'm not sure why she isn't being held accountable for this already, but they have sent a criminal referral to the real Attorney General, Pam Bundy. So we'll see how that goes, guys. But when it comes down to it, this is basically this is crazy, guys, because she's been accusing Trump of doing this all election year. All the year before that, she tried to literally take Trump Tower. And she tried to claim Mar-a-Lago was over 100 million, something only worth 150 million. Some crazy number like that, guys. But Letitia James, she's absolutely insane. Like, that TDS is real, guys. You're starting to see the people who got it real bad with the lazy eye. Now you got Jasmine Crockett with a lazy eye. Letitia James got the lazy eye. Maxine Waters, like all these people who got real bad TDS, that lazy ass starting to show, guys. And here's the thing though, so the story is this. She basically brought a property in Virginia and she claimed it to be her primary, residence or something like that. But we all know that that's a lie because she was doing all of her business in New York. So then the following year, she claimed a property to be her primary property in New York. So then, that's kind of, suspicious when it comes to the mortgage people because you were just living in Virginia last year. Now you're living in New York this year. Like, how is that possible? Newsflash, it's not, because it's fraud. So the thing is, guys, she lives in New York. All of her business is in New York. I mean, she's Attorney General of New York, guys. So I believe it's in Brooklyn. So she lives in Brooklyn. And I mean, how isn't anybody picking up on this, when she's doing it in the process? Maybe because she had help or she was, being covered up by the Democrats, guys. But this is definitely fraud. This is absolutely 100% fraud. And then she told the people that it was a 4-bedroom house instead of a 5-bedroom so she can get a bypass when it comes to interest rates, guys. So, like I said, more fraud, but it's just hilarious how, well, first, it's not hilarious how Pam Bundy isn't really doing her job, in my opinion, because the DOJ is actually being sued for not releasing the Epstein list. Guys, we already been telling Pam Bundy she got to start doing her job. She has to start doing her job. We have to start seeing arrests. So, yeah, they sent the criminal, referral letter to the Attorney General. But here's the thing. I won't believe nothing until I see Letitia James in some handcuffs, until I see Brandon Johnson in some handcuffs, till I see Michelle Wu, whatever that lady name, in Boston. I want to see some people in some handcuffs, guys. I'm tired of these crooked politicians getting off on us, getting over on us. It's absolutely ridiculous. She should not be able to get away with this when she has been accusing Donald Trump of the same thing. The same exact thing. Am I tripping? But that's the thing, man. They're just absolute hypocrites. It's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when a conservative Republican do it, or somebody that don't believe what they believe 100%. It's crazy, guys. And I don't even really know what else to say because Pam Bundy not really giving me a lot of hope here, guys. She's just not. I want to believe that she's going to do the right thing and start prosecuting some people, but me personally, I haven't really been seeing, the only thing she's been really doing good when it comes to holding people accountable is the people who attack Teslas. the people who attack people's, vandalizing people's Teslas and things like that. Yeah, she's doing a good job when it comes to that. But the Epstein list and things like that, things that the American people are really looking forward to seeing. Well, what's going on? Brandon Johnson, we need an audit on Brandon Johnson on how he's spending that money in Chicago. We've been saying this for, like, how long have we been saying this? We need Chicago to be investigated. Why isn't nobody being locked up? Like, come on, guys. But anyways, we're not going to keep talking about, look, I'm going to just be honest with you guys. I won't really believe anything until it happens. I want to. That's what I'm saying. I really want to, guys. I love Pam Bundy, but she has to do something. Like Cash Patel, somebody has to do something. Somebody got to do something, guys, because I'm not even gonna get my head geeked up. DOJ is already being sued because no Epstein list. So will she hold Letitia James accountable for mortgage fraud, wire fraud, falsifying documents and falsifying records? Only God knows at this point, guys. But make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Tune in next time, and I will see you guys later. And I'm out of here. Peace.